In this video, we will discuss about kingdom Chromista, its important characteristics, then about different pathogens included in this group. So the Chromista kingdom is divided into three important families. We will discuss only a single family in this video, that is the family Pythiaceae, which includes two important plant pathogens, that is Pythium species and Phytophthora species. So see this video till the end and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Plant Pathology Pathshala. I am Jhumishri Meher, PhD scholar from Banaras Hindu University. In my previous video, we have discussed about the classification of fungi, in which we have divided the fungi into two important groups. First one is the fungi-like organism and the perfect fungi. Further, the fungi-like organism is divided into two kingdoms, that is kingdom Protozoa and the kingdom Chromista, based on the presence or absence of the cell wall in it. The kingdom Protozoa do not contain any type of cell wall and having the plasmodial thallus, whereas in Chromista it contains a cell wall which is made up of primarily cellulose, not the chitin. So, in my previous video, we have already covered the protozoa part, its important plant pathogens, and also we have discussed its life cycle. If you have not seen this video, please go to the description section. Link is given there. So, in this video, we will discuss about the kingdom Chromista. Okay, so let's start this. Kingdom Chromista. It includes a major phylum, that is Oomycota. Under this, a major class is there, that is the Oomycetes, and an important order we will discuss here, that is the Peronosporales. The Peronosporales order is divided into three important families, that is the family Pythiaceae and Albugoginaceae, and the last one is the Peronosporaceae. In the Pythiaceae group, it includes a major plant pathogen which is causing the late blight of potato, that is the Phytophthora infestans. Here you can see the symptom of late blight of potato. We will discuss its etiology, then management, symptoms, everything we will discuss one by one in next videos. Then the Albugoginaceae. It includes a major plant pathogen, that is the Albugo candida, causing white rust in mustard. Here in this photo you can see here rust like pustules which are in white color are seen on leaf surface. This is called as white rust. Then Peronosporaceae. It includes the major plant pathogen group, that is the downy mildew group. In this photo you can see here a downy whitish growth is present in under surface of the jowar leaf. This is the downy mildew of jowar. So we will discuss all this one by one. In this video only we will discuss the important characteristics of the family Pythiaceae. So let's start with the important characteristics of the family Pythiaceae. It is facultative parasite and saprophyte. Facultative parasite means it is not a obligate parasite. It acts as saprophyte, but when favorable condition occur or the host is present, that time it acts as parasite. So it is the facultative parasite in nature, and some are also saprophytic in nature. Saprophyte means it will grow on dead and decay organism. Then come to the thallus type. The thallus is eucarpic in nature. It means the whole thallus will not convert to any part. One part of the thallus will convert it to reproductive part, whereas the another part will convert it to the vegetative part. In this photo you can see here, in one part it is producing the spores, whereas another part is multiplying and growing its vegetative part, that is the hyphae. So One part is converting into reproductive structure, whereas another part is behaving as a vegetative structure. So this is eucarpic thallus. Then the mycelium is well developed. This is filamentous, branched also. Here you can see the branch. Then it is synocytic in nature. Synocytic means the septa is absent. That is the aseptate condition, and it results in multinucleate condition, because here you can see there is no any septa is present. So the nuclear condition of this hyphae is multinucleate, and this condition is called as synocytic condition, and it is highly in nature. Then the mycelium may be intracellular or intercellular. Intracellular means intra means it grow into the cell, not in between the cell. So some mycelium or some fungi, the mycelium will grow into the cell without producing any type of hostorium, but in some fungus the mycelium is growing in between the cell and it will produce hostoria or hostorium to puncture the host cell and obtain the nutrient. So, in some cases, intracellular mycelium is present, which do not need any type of hostoria to obtain the nourishment, but in some cases, intercellular mycelium is present, due to which it needs hostorium or hostoria to obtain the nourishment. Then, about the cell wall. Cell wall is primarily composed of cellulose, not the chitin. So we have discussed the important characteristics. तो हमने डिस्कस किया ये पिथियासी फैमिली में जो पैथोजेंस और जो फंगस है वो सैप्रोफिटिक नेचर होते हैं, मतलब वो पैरासिटिक नहीं होते हैं, वो ग्रो करते हैं डेड और डिके ऑर्गेनिज्म पे. एंड सम आर फेकल्टेटिव पैरासाइट, मीन्स ये ऐसे सैप्रोफाइट्स हैं जो फेवरेबल कंडीशन आने पे या फिर जब उनको होस्ट अवेलेबल रहता है तब वो पैरासिटिक नेचर हो जाते हैं और होस्ट को इन्फेक्ट करके डिजीज डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं. तो दे आर फैकल्टेटिव पैरासाइट, नॉट द ऑब्लिगेट पैरासाइट. ऑब्लिगेट पैरासाइट मतलब होता है जो होस्ट पे ही डिपेंड करते हैं फॉर ग्रोथ एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन, दे नीड ए लिविंग होस्ट. तो इनमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. देन द थैलस उसका होता है यूकार्पिक थैलस, मतलब one part of thallus will produce sexual spores and another part will behave as vegetative structure, जिसमें वो मल्टीप्लाई करेगा और वेजिटेटिव स्पोर भी बना सकता है. देन उसका माइसिलियम वेल डेवलप्ड होता है, ब्रांच्ड होता है एंड सिनोसिटिक होता है. सिनोसिटिक मतलब मल्टी न्यूक्लिएट कंडीशन होता है क्योंकि इसमें सेप्टा पाए नहीं जाते. देन सब माइसिलियम उसका इंट्रासेलुलर होता है, मतलब डायरेक्टली वो पेनिट्रेट करता है होस्ट को, होस्ट के सेल को एंड ऑब्टेन करता है इट्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स. एंड कुछ ऐसे फंगस भी होते हैं जो इंटरसेलुलर माइसिलियम प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, जैसे इस फोटो में है, दो सेल के बीच में माइसिलियम एंटर करता है और वो एक हॉस्टोरियम बनाता है जिससे वो होस्ट के सेल को पेनिट्रेट करेगा और अपना नरिशमेंट और न्यूट्रिएंट्स एब्जॉर्ब करेगा. ये जो हॉस्टोरियम है वो किस टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर होता है, कौन कौन से टाइप का हॉस्टोरियम किस किस टाइप के पैथोजेंस में पाए जाते हैं, आपको अगर ये जानना है तो प्लीज़ सी माई प्रीवियस वीडियोस, लिंक इज गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन सेक्शन. देन द सेल वॉल होता है, वो सेल वॉल प्राइमरली सेलुलोज से बना होता है. Sexual reproduction in this group of fungi is performed by the method of gametangial contact. Gametangial contact, two gametangia are coming in contact to form the zygote. So gametangia means sex organ. So here the female sex organ is called oogonium and male sex organ is called antheridium. Again, the gametangial contact is divided into two types, that is paragynous type and amphigynous type. In paragynous type, the sex organ, that is the antheridium and the oogonium, lies side by side, Whereas in case of amphigynous type, the male or the antheridium is encircle the female, that is the oogonium or female sex organ. So based on the position of the sex organs, the gametangial contact is divided. Then after coming in contact, the male nucleus will enter into the female sex organ through the fertilization tube. Then they fused to form the zygote. That zygote will develop into the sexual spore. The sexual spore present in this group of fungi or produced by this group of fungi is called as oospore. Okay, so oomycetes fungus produce the oospores. They are thick-walled, round and dark brown in color. This can perpetuate in soil for several years. Then next one is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in this group of fungi is performed by production of biflagellated reniform zoospore inside a zoosporangia. So here you can see the sporangia that is maybe globose or lemon shaped. Okay, and it may or may not have some papilla over this on the top. Okay, then inside this biflagellated means two flagella is present. So this is the sporangia, and inside this type of zoospores are present. Zoospore are motile asexual spores. Okay, and these spores are, or the zoospore of this group of fungi are biflagellated in nature. Biflagellated means two flagella is present. Here you can see here two flagella is there, and one flagella is Whiplash type, whereas the another flagella is tinsel type. So Whiplash means the broader base and the end portion is very thin, whereas in tinsel type of flagella, hair-like structures are present that is called as mastigonium. So the posterior flagella is of Whiplash type and anterior flagella is of tinsel type. In some cases, the zoosporangia directly behave as conidium which germinate to produce germ tube, but in many cases it will liberate the zoospores and then the zoospore will swim and infect the plants. So this is all about the asexual reproduction, its spore production and the types of flagella present in it. This is very important, the posterior Whiplash flagella and anterior tinsel type flagella. Please remember this. So we have discussed in sexual reproduction, तो इसमें सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है गैमेटैंजियल कॉन्टेक्ट से, जिसमें दो गैमेटैंजिया और सेक्स ऑर्गन कांटेक्ट में आके उसके बाद एक फर्टिलाइजेशन ट्यूब बनता है जिसके थ्रू मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन का जो न्यूक्लियस है वो ट्रांसफ़र हो जाता है फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन में और वो फ्यूज़ होके जाइगोट और oospore फॉर्मेशन करता है, जो कि दो टाइप से होता है बेस्ड ऑन द पोजीशन. एक होता है पैरागाइनस टाइप एंड अनदर इज एम्फीगाइनस टाइप. तो पैरागाइनस टाइप में दोनों सेक्स ऑर्गन दैट इज द मेल इज एंथ्रीडियम whereas फीमेल इज oogoनियम, दोनों साइड बाय साइड रहते हैं. और इन केस ऑफ एम्फीगाइनस जो मेल होता है वो उसके चारों तरफ राउंड हो जाता है, उसके बाद उसका जो फर्टिलाइजेशन ट्यूब डेवलपमेंट होता है जिससे कि मेल न्यूक्लियस एंटर करता है फीमेल में. सो इसमें जो सेक्सुअल स्पोर या रेस्टिंग स्पोर बनता है वो है oospore. देन कम टू द एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में स्पोरेंजिया डेवलपमेंट होता है जिसके अंदर स्पोर और जूस्पोर डिफरेंशिएशन होता है. जूस्पोर मतलब मोटाइल स्पोर और मोटाइल एसेक्सुअल स्पोर जो कि बाइफ्लैजेलेटेड होता है. बाइफ्लैजेलेटेड मतलब इसमें दो टाइप का फ्लैजेला रहता है. दो फ्लैजेला दोनों, एक पोस्टीरियरली Whiplash टाइप रहता है और एक एंटीरियरली टिंसल टाइप रहता है. टिंसल टाइप में हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर रहता है जिसको मास्टिगोनिम्स बोलते हैं. एंड द Whiplash टाइप कैसा होता है, उसका ब्रॉड बेस रहता है और उसका एंड पार्ट बहुत थिन रहता है। देन ये जो जूस पोर होता है वो रेनी फॉर्म होता है, मतलब ये किडनी शेप का होता है। सम केसेस में क्या होता है कि जो स्पोरेंजिया है वो डायरेक्टली डेवलप हो जाता है एज ए कोनिडियम एंड वो डायरेक्टली जर्म ट्यूब बनाता है और डायरेक्टली इन्फेक्ट करता है प्लांट्स को। बट मैक्सिमम केसेस में जो जूस स्पोरेंजिया है वो स्पोरेंजिया के अंदर जूस पोर डिफरेंशिएशन होगा और जूस पोर प्रोडक्शन होता है। बट सम केसेस या फिर अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन में जब जूस पोर डिफरेंशिएशन इनसाइड जो स्पोरेंजिया है हो नहीं पाता, तब वो स्पोरेंजिया एक सिंगल स्पोर के हिसाब से काम करता है। देन come to the diseases caused by this group of fungus. That is, first one is the Phytophthora species, which is causing the late blight of potato. In late blight of potato, it in fact both leaf, stem and tuber. Water soaked spots appear on leaves, then increase in size and it will turn brown color. Okay, here you can see the brownish lesions. Then it also develop on the tuber. In tuber, purplish brown spots which later spread and the entire tuber will develop necrosis. Okay, and it will totally look like a rotten one. Then the next disease is damping off of vegetable seedling. It is caused by the fungus Pythium species. This disease generally occurs at seedling stage, especially in nursery. Generally in nursery, sometimes whole seedlings are dead because of this disease. Especially these symptoms occur in stem region. Water soaked lesions are formed on stem region. Later it decay the stem and the whole stem or whole plant will fall. This is called as seedling damping off. So, we have discussed about the important characteristics of the family Pythiaceae. In the next video, we will discuss about the Pythium species and Phytophthora species in detail and the difference between the Pythium and Phytophthora species. So, this is the end of this video. If you found this video useful for you, please like this and subscribe my channel. Thank you.